2012-0042, Parish President from Mark's report, Ms. St. Pierre.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As you know, you may have read in the paper or you may have some communications that the state developed the Louisiana Comprehensive Master Plan for Sustainable Coast. As you know, St. Charles Parish, West Bank was left out of it. There is a hearing tomorrow in Houma at 5:30 to 6:30 that we plan on attending. Earl Mathern and myself attended the briefing on Friday in Baton Rouge along with Michelle Claudet, Charlotte Randolph, Paul Oquan, Billy Nungas, and myself, and all the parishes, coastal parishes, expressed their concern how disappointed we were by being left out. Although we are appreciative that the state is trying to do something, but being left out really hurt our parish. And what I plan on doing tomorrow is I plan on going to this hearing, and I would like to read what I'm going to present tomorrow night so you can be made aware of it. St. Charles Parish expresses concern to the draft state master plan exclusion of Donaldsonville to the Gulf Hurricane Protection Project in its list of 145 projects for the sustainable coast. On the east side of St. Charles Parish, the Corps of Engineers is completing the West Bank and vicinity Hurricane Storm Damage Reduction Project. To the southwest side of the parish are the La Rose to Golden Meadow and the Morganza to the Gulf of Mexico project, currently existing or under construction. Completion of these projects will leave a gap in the levees protecting spanning from Bayou Lafourche to the west and Davis Diversion guide levees. This gap will act as a funnel for storm surge. As a storm surge is stacked up against the construction levees project located to the east and west, it will begin to flow to the natural ground contours of the unprotected portions of St. Charles Parish, therefore increasing storm surge elevations in the projected area. Of the 40 storm simulations and the 720 possible storms that were modeled in the master plan to estimate flooding frequency, certainly at least one of these scenarios considered a storm track directly in the path of Lake Salvador and the devastation effects such as a path would cause due to the large gap in the protection. In this case, then, the parish questioned the absence of the project in between these large structural projects that are both included in the draft master plan. The Corps of Engineers in the state of Louisiana recently permitted a hurricane flood protection project behind the Willowdale subdivision and are currently working with the parish to permit other phases of the West Bank Hurricane Protection Levee. The alignment of the phase of these projects generally coincide with one of the alignments of the Donaldsonville to the Gulf project, known as the Highway 90 alignment. Also, the parish understands that the Corps of Engineers is currently undergoing an independent external peer review, IEPR, to ensure that, among other things, that the Corps of Engineers has considered all potential benefits within the study area, assigning benefits valued to all categories possible, not just structures. The Corps of Engineers has accurately and completely captured all assets that would be impacted as a result of not providing structural protection. That the Corps of Engineers has taken all lessons learned from recent storm events and incorporate them into the study. Until that time, as this IEPR is completed and the Corps of Engineers can clearly define this position on the study and in approaching to the moving forward with providing protection to this basin, it is our opinion that the removal of the Donaldsonville to the Gulf project from the state master plan is premature. Additionally, the Corps of Engineers had mentioned the possibility of the Donaldsonville to the Gulf project taking a new direction that might include ring levees around certain areas. St. Charles Parish is undertaking the construction of a permitted hurricane protection levee on the West Bank and is taking prudent steps to ensure that the levee is designed in accordance with the latest IPET standards. We request that the state work with the parish and the Corps of Engineers to ensure that this project is included in the master plan. It is to meet the criteria for the type of protection that would be further investigated as a possible modified Donaldson to the Gulf moving forward. St. Charles Parish has also questions the absence of structural methods of the hurricane protection in favor of non-structural methods of flood risk reduction in rural areas. The master plan costs $203 million for the non-structural methods of flood risk reduction is well above the recent cost for engineering structural projects that would provide much needed protection at a lower cost and a more expedited time frame. The elevation of 4,000 homes, businesses, and industry would be a hellacious effort in terms of cost, time, and resources. St. Charles Parish questioned the rationale of the benefit-cost analysis of such non-structural methods, and take exception of any measures being related to the second implementation period from 2031 to 2061. The parish formally requests the state reconsider the removal of Donaldsonville to the Gulf Hurricane Protection Project and return it to the list of projects in the final revision of the master plan. So that's what we plan on going on record in opposed to the master plan. That's it. And also tomorrow night, there's a hearing tonight at Lindy Boggs Center in New Orleans. Tomorrow night, there's one at the Terrebonne Civic Association, and there's one on the 25th in Lake Charles. So if anybody wants to go, make comments, you're welcome to go. And that concludes my report, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. St. Pierre.